Hi everyone, it's Bob from Greybeard Models. Welcome back to the channel. Um, yeah, it's been a while on this particular project. Um, Obviously, if you'd have seen the title, I'm going to have a look at the F30 LRDG Wireless Truck. We've made some progress on that, so that's good. But before we get into that, just like to say a massive thank you to everybody who's signed up and subscribed. It's been really good. Nice to see you all joining, and it helps the channel. So if you do see what you like or like what you see, yeah, like and subscribe, and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, without further ado, let's get over to the bench and we'll have a look. Well, that's all bodywork and assembly at the moment. So we've got bits of the bodywork all painted up with the camo schemes on. Some of them have got to be worked on and weathered, and I've tried to do the same as I did with the other one, which is sort of make it look as though it's been hand painted. Oh, excuse me. And then I've got pots and pots of bits and pieces that have all got to go on yet, and that'll be the final phase of the truck assembly, I think, because pretty much we're all there. The chassis is all done, with the drives and everything. Then the next major stage is going to be my two figures. So this chap here and this chap here. So this chap is the radio man and this chap is the officer. So we're sort of putting those together and put some paint on those, and a bit more assembly, and I'll come back to you. Right, so I used the two figures. I decided in the end these are the two figures from the Master Box excuse me, from the Master Box LRDG group. This one, which is basically, it's a straight up officer as it is in the kit. This one here is another officer, but I've modified this one, and this one is going to be our radio operator. The only difference, the only thing that's holding him up at the moment is the position of his I had to think about that, the position of his right arm. The reason for that is I actually want to try and get it so that his right arm is actually on the drop down side panel, sort of like that. So I'm sort of trying to mock that up at the moment, but he's going to be the radio operator. He's also I've got to add on to this is a cable from his headset into the radio, and that will mean that I won't really be able to finish him all off until I've got the truck in position on the diorama where the other truck is. But anyway, we can work something out from that. That's that figure. And this particular gentleman here, he's the operator, not the operator. Sorry, he's the navigator, and he is going to essentially have a couple of bits and pieces to add on there. He's got a pair of binoculars to go in his hand here, which I'm going to paint those separately and then put them in place. And then he's going to be wearing the shemag over his bonds with that sort of thing. But I'm going to paint his face before I put this on. So I'm going to go away and basically primer that lot, and then we'll move on to doing some of the detail work on it. The truck, if I'll just swing that in for the moment, that's all got its sort of bits and pieces for the I nearly said cockpit then, but you know what I mean, for the cab. Um, that's all pretty much ready to go, and I'm just doing the sort of bumper at the front as well. So that'll all start coming together fairly quickly. But I'm just going to get on with the figures, and I'll come back to you. Right, so while I've been waiting for things to paint to dry and all the rest of it, I thought I'd invest in this. This is a company called ResiCast, and that's the part number, and it's a stack of flimsy cans like that. And I just thought I'd add that into this display case where I've got these trucks. So I've painted them up, and I'm going to give them a bit of weathering with Ammo's sand modelling pigment, and the other one I've got here is the North Africa dust pigment. So I'm going to give them a coat of sand and stuff just to weather them down a bit. Give them a coat. I've painted them, as you can see. Give them a coat of gloss just to seal that in, and then I'll start going over this. Maybe also going to add some, if I can get the right one, possibly steel. I might go and give them a little sort of dry brushing with that, just to give them a little bit more texture, a little bit more thing. But I think this was a pretty, I can't remember how much it was, to be honest. I've had it in the stash a while, but yeah, ResiCast, and they're available here in the UK. A company called Hysterex. Very interesting products they have online, and they do a lot of the ResiCast stuff, and I've got some more of the ResiCast stuff coming. But anyway, I'll get on and do this as well, and I'll be back with you shortly. Right, so we've got quite a few bits and pieces all painted, so, well, primered anyway. There's the two figures. Oh, get them in shot. There's the two figures. What I've done with this guy, as I said, I wasn't sure where the exact position of that arm was going to be. I think that's about right, but I've only held it in place with blue tack, so it'll be there while I primer it and all the rest of it. And then, having primed it, noticed that there was a seam mark there, so I've got to go back in and do that anyway. But it's only held on with blue tack, so I can take that arm away and deal with that when I'm painting the figure. I can deal with the arms at the same time. So anyway, that's him all done, and also what I've been doing is basically primered some of these. These are like resin boxes and bits and pieces that I had, and I've got a few more things like little sack of spuds, couple of helmets that are primered. All of these are primered. Couple of bottles and a Sterling submachine gun and all that sort of thing. So get all of these all painted up, and then we can start onto the final sort of run through the build. The truck cab front is all nearly done. Just got a couple of decals to put on the front. The body is pretty much done. Got to put some decals on that. So hopefully when you come back, there'll be a final reveal. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you like what you've seen. See you later. Bye for now.